Okay, so before we get properly started here, I just want to take a moment and say I'm going to be moving through this campaign quicker than I was through the Menelaus one. So if you have not yet seen Menelaus, I highly recommend you go and check that one out first. You can find it linked. Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this second series of Total War Saga, Troy, given to me courtesy of Creative Assembly. We are going to be playing as Paris, who is a Prince of Troy. His faction bonuses are Priam's heir, fulfill tasks for your father Priam, King of Troy, to gain his benevolence, gain maximum benevolence before your brother to confederate him and the city of Troy, do not let Troy fall to her enemies, and then our personal bonus is Helen, my love. Move Helen between settlements to keep her close to Paris. Her arrival is celebrated by the local populace. Paris and Helen are happy when together and will affect their respective army and settlement positively. Paris and Helen will grow lonely when apart and affect their respective army and entire faction negatively. Should another faction capture Helen, rescue her as soon as possible. Recommended playstyle for Paris. Paris's roster is focused on ranged superiority in battle and brings in some of the best archers combined with defensive line and quick axe units, which sounds to me like a really good combo. The heroes available to us are Archer, Skirmishers, and Archer Trickster, so unlike in Menelaus, we do actually have access to the archers. Then we have Defenders, Fighters, but we do not have the Warlords, so those are blocked, and every single faction has a character who is blocked. Our special units, the Champions of Troy. Heavy, very defensive, can switch weapons, and they do have a thrown weapon. Then we've got the Trojan Noble Chariots, Bow Chariot. Trojan Princes, which are a archer, doing like 3 times more damage than slingers. Interesting. And then Trojan Nobles. It looks like it goes Noble and then Prince. So the Princes, I think, are better. He is the son of Priam and Hecuba. He gets a 5% reduction in construction cost for all buildings in the region he is in. And he grants a accuracy bonus to missile units in the hero's army and reduces friendly fire. Interesting. Okay. How they play. Paris of Troy, Priam's heir. Old Priam, King of Troy, seeks to determine which of his sons is worthy to inherit the throne in his place. Hector and Paris must therefore prove themselves before their father. Whoever gains the most favour will instantly become master of the city. The love Paris has for Helen knows no bounds. The young Trojan prince must be close to his beloved to be truly happy. Woe betide he and his subjects if Helen is ever taken by another. Trait gained, Paris. He is happy, so he gains a 10% morale to all units, and the upkeep is reduced on his army. Defeat an army belonging to the enemy faction, Macaria. We gain some resources. So where is Macaria? I'm guessing that's them there. It is. He is an epic hero, good armor, piercing damage, excellent accuracy, excellent missile range. Oh yeah, 190 range. Nice. 165 on those. So these are light. They are shielded, which the Trojan Warriors are not, but they are two-handed clubs. They have a good charge. They have low armor, but they hit pretty hard. Not armor-piercing, though. Very, very little. Oh, but more than them. And these have a bonus versus large, so I don't think the Trojan Warriors are that good. Interesting. Menelaus is much heavier infantry. So we're up against another archer, so it's going to be an archery duel between Ishis and Paris. And then he's got 3 sets of militia. Much easier battle than Menelaus had. Okay, it is dry. That works for me. So our enemy has a little bit up in the hills. There is brush here between us, which we could use to hide our units. Can you hide in brush? You can hide in forests. You can hide in the shrub. Okay, so the clubmen can. And the archers can't. So we're going to stick the archers over here. Oh, tiny units. Then we'll have the clubmen in the brush. And then I think I'm going to put the spearmen on the left to basically screen against those militia down there. And then we'll put the boss man up here. Begin. And advance. Lasts for 45 seconds. This is a self-buff, but it will cost us 50 rage to cast. So I don't think we have the ticking rage over time that Menelaus has. Oh, he stalks. Okay. Paris is very sneaky. Very, very sneaky. Wait, were they moving and shooting? Oh, they were. Interesting.
Most certainly. Willing and able. Understood.
Alright, let's get the archers moving here.
Victory is close enough to taste.
And what we could also do is get the archers to shoot at you. 48, 49, boom. Okay, so I feel like their hero is going to go down really quite quickly with this sheer amount of firepower that we're throwing at him. And there we go, their ranks are breaking. And there's the victory. A decisive victory, but we didn't kill him. Interesting. We got the experience, we got some food. I don't think we necessarily need the replenishment this time. So we could take some extra food. You know what, I'll still take the replenishment, because it means we can march on.
Grow in fame and skill.
So Kamaxios is a ruin, so we will need to move there with Paris to go and take that territory. Also, we can level up. Here we go. So we can cheat Hades, which gives us a damage resistance and a speed buff. So basically allow us to kite a bit better. Or we can take Centaur Drill, which would basically, I think, give us a horse. No, it allows to firewall moving. I don't necessarily want firewall moving. When would we get a horse? Or is that just a thing we can equip? Because the thing is, if we don't give him a horse, he can stand on city walls. So I think cheat Hades would be better for that damage resist. That would also allow him to resist missile damage when being shot. And I think that would be quite useful. So we're going to take the cheat Hades.
What a victory.
More horsemen. Okay, so colonizing Kamaxios, it will cost us 344 soldiers. So this is another difference with Menelaus. And then also some food, some wood, and some stone, all of which we can afford. Province secured, Troas. And maybe we'll start diplomatic entities towards Mithnia and see if we can get them diplomatically. Because Erissos and Milutin will be able to get through conquest. That is a good start from there. And then production. We start with Royal Timber and Royal Bronze. Again, I'm going to start with the Treasure Hall just because I want that income for gold. And we can also start building some stuff. So right now we have got a watchtower, which is going to give us more garrison. We've got the practice range, which will give us access to slingers and archers, and the boat stands. And in fact, this is a town we just took, so we can start building some stuff straight away. So immediately you'll see that we do not have the call to arms ability. We can only get the local recruitment, so Menelaus can really get an army together very quickly, although it will be more expensive. We could get some more archers. I don't know if that's necessarily worthwhile. I do think I would like some axemen just because they're going to be tougher. They're also a lot more expensive. Or the militia warband. Their shield quality is the same. The axemen do a bunch more damage. Their defensive ability is the same. They have more hit points. They have more morale. They're slower, but that's the only thing. And these are supposed to be frontline troops, so their being slow doesn't bother me. Okay, what else can we do? Ooh, what's that? Helen's house. The face that launched 1,000 ships came to regret her part in history, minus 100% cost to organising a feast for Helen in this region. Enemy factions more likely to attack this region. Oh, great. 15% to campaign movement, plus 10 growth, plus 2 influence over adjacent provinces. So is this how we move Helen? She's not in Colonnade, though. She's in Larissa Troas. I don't know how Helen works. Alright, let's see what else we can do. So, we do need to upgrade the town that we just started to establish, so we're going to go ahead and spend some wood on that. We could upgrade Helen's house to Helen's gardens, will cost us 25 gold to do this, but it does increase the movement range. Now that's probably why we could move so far. It will also increase the growth, and I do like the idea of further growth, so we'll go ahead and do that. Now what do we have here? We have a farming town, which is already a level 2, and a forest village, which is a level 1. And it does actually look like ports don't take a build slot in this. Ordinarily they'd have 3, but with the port they have 4. Such a good change. Okay, we've done diplomacy, we've moved the armies, we've started recruiting more units, and we're building stuff. I think that's everything we need to do in the setup. Onwards! Priam's heir. King Priam continues to ponder which of his 2 sons he should name as heir to the throne of Troy. Recent events have influenced his judgment in the matter and brought him one step closer to a decision. Priam's benevolence towards your brother has changed by 3. King's decree. Issue a royal decree. Already done. Thriving settlement. Upgrade any settlement building. Okay. That's going to be slightly more expensive, but certainly doable. So how much growth do we need for this? We need level 2 population surplus. Currently we have 1. And in 3 turns we'll get some more. So how much is this going to cost? 1,000 wood, which would take us 2 turns to build up, and then stone. We have no source of stone right now. So we really need a source of stone, which Erissos has.
They're in love and war.
However, I feel like we need to stay here for at least another turn and just recruit a bit more. Maybe 2 malicious spears? 3 malicious spears? Okay, we're going for a really light infantry setup here. We've got our 2 axemen to kind of hold the centre, but otherwise we're going to be relying on the spearmen and the archers. Okay. Now how can we see how Priam's benevolence is going? That would be here. Wise Priam's attention is preoccupied with Troy's needs. His advisors will inform us when the time comes. Okay. So we do have some undermined sibling abilities. Honoured by Troy, devoted, beloved, heir. So that's the scale that we need to overcome. Ah, here we can see our brother's benevolence than ours. So there is actually a dual track here. That line will fill up versus that line. So we can support our brother. +2 victory against a common enemy of you both and your brother. +10 for destroying a common enemy of both you and your brother. -30 if you declare war on your brother. So supporting will give points. Defeat the Achaeans. Ensure population happiness. Fulfill your destiny. Gain Apollo's favour. That would be a fairly easy one to get. +1... Okay, and then give gold to Priam. So, Apollo. We don't have the food for that right now. But going for Apollo does seem like a good idea because Apollo will reduce construction costs of temples, which is a bit eh. But the next level up is +20% range and +15% reload skill for missile units, which sounds quite amazing. Right, do we have any other unique buildings available here? So we got Paris's Companion building, which will give us access to the Champions of Troy, Shipyard, Central Building, Helen, Priam's Residence, which would give us food and happiness. Loads of food, actually. Wow. Practice range is archers and slingers. That will upgrade the archery. Training grounds, Phrygian warriors, shielded spear warriors. So our regular infantry are not really going to be unlocked until level 3. Likewise with the axes. Oh no, those are the Trojan nobles. Okay, so we're not actually necessarily going to need the practice range. As soon as we are level 3, we're going to switch out the practice range for the military camp, I think. Although those units will be more expensive. Yeah, they cost bronze, whereas the archers don't. They're just food. An archer chariot's one of the relatively few fast units you can get, which is not foot infantry. Chieftain's Hall, Mudbrick Houses, Vineyard, Lumber Warehouse, Food Warehouse, Crier Square, Guard's House. Those are all the same. Colony, can you build anything else? No. We do have wood though, so we could start something building. And then this place is a timber camp. So basically everywhere can get... Organising a feast for Helen. Ah, I bet that's in Helen, my love. Here we go. Aha, here we are. Invite Helen to a feast, games, or prayer in one of your settlements, and her presence will provide benefits to the local populace. So we can have a feast, which is free if she has a house there. So if she has a house in a province, she can move to that province for free. We can have games, which will give army bonuses, or prayer, which will give us... here we go. Recruitment cost reduction, plus 700 experience for armies, and then 16 happiness and favour from priestess rituals. And then we can see where the houses are. Oh no, we can see where she is. And we can see which abilities are available. Game settlements can be held in settlements with a military building where warriors are recruited. Feast can be in anywhere, and then this one needs a temple. Gotcha. Nothing is more important to Paris than Helen's happiness and well-being. Paris can have Helen travel to cities belonging to his faction so that she can be close to him when he tends to his people's needs. She is currently happy, can also become gloomy or lonely. Helen's beaming presence brings joy to the hearts of the people, so she provides growth and happiness. Keeping Helen happy, the memories of shared happiness will still kindle Helen's smile, but if Paris spends too much time away from her, she will grow somber and distant. Paris and Helen remain apart, she will become gloomy in 3 turns. Okay, so he actually needs to go to the city where she is, which means that Paris, I feel, is going to be much less useful running around doing errands than having a dedicated running around doing errand army. So with that, I think we are going to start marching on Eresos. And then maybe we'll move Helen here when we're done, or else we'll just let her become gloomy. Whatevs. Ensured population happiness plus 10, supported brother plus 2. So we're currently ahead. Aha!
I take what I will.
So we're going to go ahead and land here next to Eresos. In fact, we'll just go ahead and straight up attack it. So you're expecting this to be a 50-50. They do have a defender champion defending here. And he is going to be resistant to missile fire, unfortunately. We've got light swordsmen, who are lightly armoured. They're very tanky. Clubmen will have to fight them. Militia, spearmen, young spears, javelin throwers, Aegean slingers, and they also have harpies. Oof, this is actually quite a strong garrison. What the hell? And we never fully recovered our nobles. So we're probably going to need the nobles to kill the harpies. And probably the javelins and slingers. Alright, weather conditions. We are going to attack. It is dry. Do they have towers? Is this going to be a Three Kingdoms map where they have towers defending as well? Does not look like it. They just have the central defensive location, which is a victory point. Okay. Well, we have got some woodland over here, which we could use to hide and then do a surprise attack with. So what I am proposing is we prepare a frontal assault from this hill right here, and then try to sneak in some units from behind to hit them in the rear. So my range should, in theory, be able to annihilate theirs, because our quality is quite a lot higher, and yes, we indeed are. Especially as Paris is providing support. So once they start running, we can start aiming at somebody else. Javelins, slingers, where are the harpies? We have not seen the harpies yet, have we? Okay, they're running. Demolished. Alright, if we aimed at Proteus, see how much damage we do. I'm expecting this guy to be pretty resistant. Oh no, he is not. Okay.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
Okay, so we've got the Flight of Artemis, which is 100% extra damage, so go ahead and use that. Then, Militia. There's the Harpies. So you lot go ahead and charge into that. You lot come around the side. And you come around this side as well. And now we've spotted the Harpies and we can start pouring fire into them as well.
Here we go. Paris.
You go ahead and fire into that melee.
Your warriors are losing heart.
We have the ability where we do less... we take less friendly fire. So I think that this is going to be just fine.
Yes.
Paris!
So we should be able to chase down the harpies. You guys are firing quite nicely into that mess. A little bit concerned by this. I would like to peel off some more infantry if we could and go and deal with that. These light swordsmen are kind of annihilating our militia warbands. You attack into them. You guys should be able to beat those javelins. Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of time as to whether the archers can do enough damage to this. Preferably without killing too many of our own, though we are on a hill overlooking this. Oh yeah, we got a decent shot.
Your warriors are rallying.
Ha! We're faster than he is. So he's chasing after us while being shot by the archers. Fantastic. Ooh, he just got knocked over. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, so they've got reinforcements coming in.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Pull those away. These light swordsmen are doing a tremendous amount of damage. But there we go, they're running. So we can just go ahead and end this because that is battle over. Alright, close victory. We gained some bronze, we gained some food, we gained experience, and gained some gold. Marvellous. No units I think were completely destroyed, and we did get some experience. Marvellous. And we are definitely occupying.
Greatness is acknowledged.
Exceptional warriors found. Rumour has it that female creatures with strange reputation inhabit this place. They might become formidable allies, if we make it worth their while. And Paris has become daring. Plus 5% campaign movement. Awesome.
Paris of Troy.
Can you recruit some more troops for me? So harpies are actually available here. Militia warband and harpies. Are harpies any good in close combat? Oh, yes, they are. They are very damaging. They would cost us bronze.
Why not?
Fine, if you must. We'll go ahead and recruit those. And then we'll give this a turn or two. Possibly 3 or 4. And then we'll go and attack Milettine. And we have lost Happy. Paris is elated by the love and adoration born to him by his treasured wife Helen. Paris and Helen's love flourishes. They spend days and nights together. So we have lost some of the bonuses. Significantly, he's just taken 2 steps from heroic to gloomy. And we now actually have a morale loss.
Most handsome.
So let's see. We could have a feast here in Erissos, because Paris is going to have to stay here for a while recruiting anyway. So what would it cost to move Helen there without a house? To Erissos. So it would cost 300 food, or 200 food, 25 bronze, or 500 food. I'm quite happy to spend 300 food to move her, although our food stocks are getting a bit low. But we do have a source of bronze, just not a very good one, because it's just the royal decrees. Yeah, we'll hold a feast in Erissos for her. So every 6 turns she can move. Helen has attended a feast in her name at Erissos, and that should also boost his happiness. Alright, cool. So preempts benevolence changed towards the brother. We are no longer gloomy. We're now happy again. So we do want to spend another turn or 2 with Helen. Oh yes, we leveled up too. So we can either cheat Hades, gain defense, so that's melee defense and damage resistance, or gain stamina. Ooh, that's a stamina heal. That's really tempting. Or we can go for the Hand of Artemis, which is plus 60% missile damage to the hero. Or plus 10% ranged armor piercing damage. That's a lot of damage. And that would increase the armor piercing damage even further, but it would slow him down. This one would add range. And that one adds reload skill. Yeah, the Hand of Artemis is just really strong. I do like the idea of that stamina heal, though. No, we're going to take the Hand of Artemis. Get some more abilities, some more active stuff that we can use. Also, do we have any equipment? We have Paris's leopard skin. which is 10 battle speed and stalk, and the Apple of Discord, Favour of Aphrodite +5. Have we been getting that? I did see a report where that doesn't generate. No, we've not been gaining that. That's a bug. Again, this is in development still, so bugs are expected, and there have actually been remarkably few of them, I have to say, from my time playing this. The Maiden of Ida moved Paris to the following region: Thebe, Hypoplakia, which is up here. In Ida of the Many Springs, the immortal nymph Onome longed to see Paris again. You are blessed by the gods, for Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world, adores you utterly. But while you yearn to only be with her, honour demands that you first settle matters with Onome of Ida. If you are to live up to your reputation as a just and honourable prince, you must tell of your first love to no longer wait for you. Okay, so that would give us experience and make us an honourable prince, which would actually give even more faction-wide happiness, which would be good for a place that we've just started to occupy. Alright, we're going to build another militia. That's going to be our maximum size. Marvellous. Alright, you can go and attack Militline, because thankfully Hector just stormed past.
This will hurt.
And this is going to be a big fight. There are 17 units here versus our 20. 50% chance of success. They do have 2 champions. One with a garrison, one without. The garrison has got more harpies. They've got young spears, spearmen, militia. And then the army here is light swordsmen, which absolutely demolished militia warband, unfortunately. Militia, spearmen, young spears, javelin, throwers, slingers, harpies. It's okay. But we are at full strength. And Paris himself is getting better at fighting. Plus he has just been with Helen. So that should be boosting his combat prowess. Somewhat. Plus we just outnumber them. Are there any sneaky entrances? Yes, over here on the left. Actually, no, this is all closed off. And I'm guessing you can't move units through that. Oh. They've built barricades here regardless, so we can't get through there. So the only entrances is here, here, and here. Is that something they can place? Or is that just how this looks? Interesting. Because yeah, this whole left side is completely blocked off. Oh, that's mud. What's mud do? Slows down heavy units, reduces their combat effectiveness. Interesting. Alright. Well, I think that we can get the most damage done in this section, so if we have the lighter units coming through to the left, and just try to force an opening, then we'll have the heavier fighter units over here. So we'll definitely bring in the Axemen for what is effectively going to be our centre. We're going to bring Paris over to the archers, so I can just command them more easily. Then the Harpies can actually support the offence over on this side. I haven't actually seen what the Harpies look like. In fact, I haven't actually looked at any of the Trojan units yet. This is the first time that I'm seeing Harpies, so I'm kind of curious. Cool, cool. And let's take a look at the noble archers. Oh no, those are the Harpies again. Where are the archers? There they are. Axemen! Whenever I hear Axemen, I always hear that in the Axemen voice from Thrones of Britannia. When you're playing as Danelaw. And then we've got the Trojan nobles. They do look pretty cool. And I have noticed that a lot of units in this game love the horns. There's loads of units that just have horns randomly. See if any of these guys do. I did notice in the Menelaus campaign that the spearmen had horns. Okay, then let's see. The Trojan Warriors are going to be in the smash through party, which is going to be over here. We're going to have you on the far flank, together with some militia. We'll say 4 units. No, 2 units. Give you the elites. Then we'll give you 4 units of militia. That's 5. I can't count. That's okay. Because there are still 4 for this side. And this is the narrowest approach, so you're probably going to have the least use for mass numbers. Alright, let's start this battle and see what happens. That's a lot of movement. Alright, let's send in the light units. Hit them from either flank. We'll keep the axemen and the archers back for now, and we'll have all of you shooting at the warlord.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
There's the harp. Oh, hello, harpies. Caught out in the open. Yeah, okay, the harpies are actually doing really good work against the spearmen.
Axes! Acceptable! Attack!
You fire at the javelins.
Arrows away!
And then these guys can actually come in
Your
pretty
warriors
nicely
are
behind.
losing heart.
Awesome.
As you wish.
Bring the dead!
Send the harpies in. Try and bludgeon our way through there if we can.
Your warriors have been routed.
Alright, clearly we need to send in the heavies. 3 of you are going to
Your
flank
warriors
this
are
lot.
rallying.
Making it happen!
And we'll keep 1 unit fighting the... Oh,
By Ares, your warriors are rallying.
As you wish.
Very well.
alright, get back into the fight. Actually, let's move you over to this side. Go.
Paris!
In
Your
fact, let's
warriors
move
are
Paris
losing
forwards a
heart.
little bit, because he's currently out of the aura for these guys, so they're not getting morale buffs. Now they are.
It's hard! Push through! Without hesitation! Making it happen!
Your warriors are rallying.
Gods, go with us! To get out of javelin range! Here we go!
Need to get out of javelin range? Nah, you're fine.
Harpies.
Come on, harpies, go, 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 go.
Ready.
We shall... As you say!
Well, gotta say, these harpies are absolutely trouncing the slingers. Nice, nice. Nice to have a skirmish unit that's actually pretty decent in close combat too. You attack them. You turn around, attack them. You 2 bolster them. Go. You lot still have ammo. Might as well
The foe
pile
has
fire
sighted
into
your hidden
this.
units.
Go, go, go. You finish off the slingers. I mean, that's basically what you're here for anyway.
Your warriors have been routed.
I am liking those harpies. They are good. Look at the number of kills they're getting. Ah, you've run. Damn. You haven't.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Willing and able! Right away!
In fact, you're accurate. You go and fire at the warlord, see if we can kill him. Mutually running away from each other. Harpy is
Your
fine
warriors
again.
have spotted hidden foes. Your warriors are rallying.
Yeah, and there we go. There's the victory. Delicious. A Cadmean victory. The enemy has cost you dearly. Do you even deserve to call this a victory? Yes, I do. When you lost 600 men, they lost more. Double tap. Nice. Okay, so Paris killed 44. The Axeman killed 25-ish. Spearmen, varying degrees of success. The archers, 203, 216. The harpies, 8,732. Yeah, those Trojan nobles, very good. I'm really liking them. Okay, so what's our next conquest? Because we know that Sparta is going to come from down here. Eventually. And Agamemnon from around here somewhere. We've seen a fair bit of the area down here. That's probably because Sarpedon's down here. And we've secured those islands. I mean, we could go out and try and secure more of this territory. And basically let Hector go east and we'll go south. It'll turn us into more of a coastal nation. Which I think will be alright. Priam wants food. Priam can have food. Military alliance with Philios. Oh, that's Bithynia. Oh, yeah, 100%. That gets you closer to Confederation. And King's Hand. We need to recruit an agent. Which we can do right now. So let's go and take a look what's available. Just a priestess. We can get a singular priestess. There are no epic agents available. And then all of these, I'm assuming, yeah, have different powers. So Gloss, who is a follower of Apollo, would give favour with Apollo every turn. Aphrodite, Ares, and Apollo. Do they have any other traits? Oh, wow, they start level 5. Crikey. They do cost gold, which is a bit annoying. They do have a pretty steep upkeep. Let's go for Carpathia. In honour of the Lombard game in Imperator, Carpathian Mountains. And there we go. Recruited an agent that actually just paid for the cost.
An agent has enrolled in your service. Put them to good use, either at home or abroad, and their unique skills may resolve problems that cannot be dealt with by resources or effort.
Okay, the other thing that we want to take a quick look at is Divine Will, because Apollo is now respected, which means that we get our +2 recruit rank for priestesses, hence she was more powerful, and also the construction cost of all temple buildings in the future. We need to get to level 2 in order to get the range for archers. Okay, so if you join an army, you can do a Sacrificial Offering, which gives a chance of positive effects. Soothsayer, you increase the happiness of a local province. Ritual of Exaltation increases favour of the god whose temple is inside the settlement. There is no temple, increase the favour of random god, but by much less. Ritual Ruination reduces morale of units in foreign garrison. Oration of the Dread reduces morale of all units in foreign army. Prevents a character from moving in the next turn. Or Reveal Transgression, you attack an enemy agent. Well, I think we are actually wanting to get Soothsayer. So can you do that in Larissa Troas? Plus Larissa is where the temple is, and this would give us more favour with Apollo. Before we do that though, let's take a look at what abilities we can give her. So we have 4 skill points available. So the Blessed Prognosticator, chance for good omens from sacrifices when bidden in an army, favour the gods of rituals or own settlements. However, that does increase the action cost. You have no other abilities. Mouthpiece of the Divine, success chance for Oration of Dread, or success chance of Prophecy of Doom. So that's against enemy army, or stopping enemies moving. +1 happiness in local province. +5 success for agent actions. Favour for rituals from Athena or Ares. Well, I'm definitely going to go for strict, because we're going to leave you at home. +3 happiness in own settlement upon a successful action in own settlement. That's quite nice. +10 favour of the gods from rituals in own settlement. -8 happiness in own settlement. Oh, I see. You get more favour, but it really annoys the local populace, whereas this one really likes the... yeah, we're going to get you Soothsayer as well. Doubling down on the happiness boost. And then we have 2 points left, so Mouthpiece of the Divine. Oration of Dread versus Prophecy of Doom. Oh, do I not need to get these? Oh! So I don't actually need to grab either of these, I can just skip them. Interesting. So as you go higher in level, you get more abilities. So for example, Service of Ares and Athena, I can just ignore those. I can just go straight for the Apollo. So I might actually decide to just save these points, because I don't really foresee myself using her aggressively that much. +1 happiness in the province she's standing in. Devotee, however, absolutely. Agent success chance against this agent, or critical success chance of all agent actions. That one I don't think I need to do either on. And then we're going to skip those. Okay, perfect. And then we'll have you in bed in Larissa, where you're going to do the Ritual of Exaltation. 100% chance of positive outcome. Costs us 300 food. Increases the favour of the god whose temple is inside the temple, which is Apollo. We could upgrade the temple, which would give us more favour with Apollo, and even higher recruit rank for agents, and reduce recruitment cost of agents. Or, no, you know what, we need to build the army buildings, because that's what we're really focusing on. So we can now get the training grounds, which will get us the swordsman. Food warehouse, recruitment cost, food in buildings, wood per turn, construction cost, happiness, massive happiness boost, spies, envoys, influence. Ah, here we go, Royal Palace's influence. Which is going down because of these two, and I do want to get those upgraded. So actually I think the Royal Palace might come in very handy, which is the Chieftain's Hall path. And we can still upgrade the Temple of Apollo. Let's go ahead and do that. So we've got loads of construction going on. We can then also upgrade the... No, we can't, because I'm saving growth. That's everything there. What about here? Anything? Yeah. Mytilene can build some stuff. And it's my only bronze producing settlement right now. So the tin trader would be bronze, and if we have a high influence, which we don't right now, but... Oh no, we do. So we could get a ton of bronze from that. Or we can gain bronze and recruit rank for shields. This isn't really going to be a shield recruitment location. Plus to all bonuses, and then Smelter's House is basically just the upgrade of the tin trader. So, tin trader it is. We're just going to double down on the bronze. Marvellous.
Noble Paris. Land.
Alright, so I think we can just go ahead and end turn now. Moving on to the next. I'm still trying to decide exactly what we want to do going forwards. Who's this? You want a peace deal. I'm going to say no, because I was looking at the diplomacy, and basically everything in the area of Turkey that we are now is friendly, and I don't really see us moving in that direction at all. However, in the north there are some people who are unfriendly. There are also a couple people further south in Anatolia, which we could go after, but we basically need to choose a direction, north or south, and it feels like going north is going to be the better option. We could also go after some of the neutrals down here. Hector's going to go north. Maybe I should go south. Anyway, we've got the Royal Hunters, so we've got the recruitment cost reduction for missile units, so let's go and select a new one. This is going to be the additional ammunition. Reload skill, missile damage. Yeah, we're going to get all of these, I think. Like so. Alright, so first things first. Paris needs to return to Colony to reunite himself with Helen. Because Helen is currently gloomy, which is actually reducing the happiness in the province that she is currently in. I don't know how long he needs to stay with her for her to reset and get happy again. But we can definitely afford a bit of time. The other thing we can do now is recruit some better units. So we could get the Shielded Spear Warriors, for example. And we could potentially also get some Phrygian Warriors instead of the Trojan Warriors. And we can also recruit some more Trojan nobles, which is probably a good idea. This is basically going to be costing... Ooh, your upkeep in gold is... Oh no, that's the cost. That's upkeep. So your upkeep is in bronze, but you cost gold to recruit. Same for you, although your upkeep is no gold. So we definitely want to get some of these spear warriors.
No argument here.
Get 2 of those. Then I'm going to say, let's get rid of these 4.
Helen's beloved.
And replace them instead with 2 more nobles. And we're going to get rid of these 2 and replace those with regular Phrygian warriors, so we can get some of the axemen, so we have armor piercing capabilities. The other thing which I'm concerned about is the fact that Paris kind of has to stay relatively close to where Helen is, which really limits our ability to do expeditions further out. So I am wondering about getting a second army, though that would be pretty expensive. We shall see. We shall see. Philios wants to do a trade. We are allied to Philios. You want me to give you gold and stone. That's an awful lot of stone. I'm gonna have to... This is Methnia. You know what, I'll accept that. Because we're trying to get as much relation positive with Methnia. Troilos wants... You guys are just demanding everything from me. Are you trying to bankrupt me? Because that's what this feels like. You know, I'll accept, because again, you've got some pretty nice provinces. If we can confederate these guys, that would be pretty huge. Or if we just keep them as allies, that's okay too. Apollo is now celebrated. Which means that we have the Lord of the Silver Bow, which is going to give us the extra range ability for the archers, and also the reload skill for archers. So our archers just got pretty significantly stronger. Meanwhile, you are still recruiting. We want another axeman at the very least. They are quite expensive in food, crikey. But we should be able to afford this. And then we are back at our full strength. No, we're actually under still. I would love to get some more of these shielded spear warriors for our front line. How strong are you? 60 armor to their 30. 8,000 hit points. Melee defense of 46. Yeah, you're quite significantly stronger in that position. So it's going to be the spearman in the centre, the axeman just outside of that, the two-handed axeman kind of in a reserve. We are still getting another archer, so we will have 4 units of those, plus the harpies. And then we've got our light units, which can be used to go and crush our enemies. I think being at 18 is going to be fine. And then we need to make a decision about who to go after this. Can we build any other stuff? We can upgrade the Chieftain's Hall, which will increase our influence, and I think I would like to do that. This will also allow us to recruit envoys, and I'd quite like to recruit an envoy, so that we can start exploring a bit more. Alright, Mithnia, can I... How close are you to Confederation? Minus 58, and Dardania, minus 53. I mean, we're getting closer, but it's going to take time. Love's duty. Onione, daughter of Zeus, bid Paris take the ring in memory of their past love. You find Onione amongst the trees, garbed in lovely furs in the manner of the forest spirit. Though you remember the tenderness of past embraces, you tell her heart now belongs to another. Grief-stricken, the girl is nevertheless grateful for your honourable behaviour. She places a small ring in your hand. Keep it, my prince, in remembrance of the love we both lost. So we can accept it. However, we gain faction-wide influence. And we gain an item, which increases his strength quite significantly. Or we refuse it and we get a bunch of experience. I'm going to refuse. We are now a favoured son. Awesome. Trait gained. Priam's honoured son. So we gain plus 10 diplomatic relations with the Trojans. We gain happiness in our local province and then also influence. And Polydorus is servile. Who's Polydorus? Oh, is he the envoy? -1 motivation after fighting a battle with his hero, no longer... I don't know who this guy is. Who is Polydorus? And why are you telling me about him? Wait, why do I... Where did... Who are you? Okay, so apparently we do already have a second army, which is costing me a bunch of food. Interesting.
With charm and skill.
So maybe I want to go have a word with Paris, with Polydorus, especially as he's a level 8 already. He's a vanquisher. What does a vanquisher do? Other than vanquishes our foes. +2 motivation after a battle in which the hero is either reinforcing or being reinforced. +1 motivation after this hero ends a turn and hero is respected by your faction. -1 after fighting a battle with this hero, no reinforcements. -1 after this hero ends a turn in enemy territory. So he's a bit of a wimp, is what that's telling me. Charge bonus and speed. It's a bit annoying, it doesn't tell me exactly what a vanquisher is. I guess this is a guy that just randomly decided to join us. Maybe he was a reward. That's possible. Alright, well let's see what you got. So Frenzy is weapon damage, attack interval reduction, but you lose stamina. Or Assault and Battery, which is just increased armor piercing damage. I quite like the idea of the armor piercing, so we're going to do that. Way of Ares is melee attack or charge. Grants fatigue reduction. That's good. You know what? Let's just reset that for a second. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go ahead and recruit a new hero. And we're going to see what a vanquish... Here we go. This hero greets battle with a smile and thanks the gods for such a glorious opportunity. No price is too high for a victory and a place in history. Immortalized through the people's bardic traditions. That doesn't tell me very much. Oh, we can see the traits. Okay, so Servile was just his trait. And motivation, I guess, is loyalty. +5 morale to the hero. Each hero has a personal motivation trait that dictates what kind of acts inspires or saps them with determination. A hero with high motivation inspires the troops and the local population, while commanders suffering from lack of motivation undermine their warriors and spread discontent. So he would work really well in tandem with Paris. Alright, so Priam wants me to build an altar of Hera, and you want me to recruit a mythical unit.
Not all who serve you give their best. Here we see one whose lack of motivation makes them of limited use, perhaps even a liability. Action must be taken to remedy this.
So what you're trying to tell me there, Homer, is this man needs some encouragement! It is time that we dished out a bit of encouragement. How is Priam's heir going? We are skyrocketing ahead of Hector right now. And gaining 100 of Priam's benevolence before the brother will yield a permanent boon to your faction leader and a high-ranking hero. Aha! Under your command, sent by Priam himself. Unfortunately, that hero sucked. But never mind. Can't have everything. In fact, Paris has leveled up loads. What the hell? Oh, because we refused the ring. Of course. So we can get the Way of Hermes, which would increase his speed. Blessing of Hebe, which will give charge bonus and fatigue reduction. We can get double fatigue reduction with that. Swift of Heal, reload skill. That sounds good. Reload skill and missile damage. And then Ares is Thunder. He has missile resist, physical resist for people around him. He shouldn't be getting that close though. Formation Specialist, hold on. Plus 15% ammunition to missile units in this hero's army. 4 missile resistance to all units in this hero's army. That sounds good. Well, the Ambassador of Hermes is a fatigue reduction to all units in the army. Units will always begin battle fresh. So that basically means there's less downside to force marching. That's an interesting one. Reload skill for missile. Armor piercing damage for missile. Man, both of these are really strong. I'm going to take the Hand of Artemis. Okay, so these are either ors. Fatigue reduction. Or ammunition. He's not a defending unit. He is an offensive unit. Although, he's not a chaser. No, he is a defensive. So I think Formation Specialist will be better. And we can either take another 6% missile resist or 8% and armor piercing damage for units. I'm going to do the armored version. Alright, so we have a skill point left. I don't think Ares Thunder is very useful. Swift of Heal just makes him better. Way of Hermes is movement, which I don't care about. Don't really care about charge. Despoiler, income from raising sacking, not really his deal. Recruit rank of agents and hit points, not really his deal. Swift of Heal increases his personal damage. I do like that idea. Gives him more abilities to use in battle as well. He's kind of lacking for those. Alright, that sounds good to me. Marvellous. We are losing a bucket load of food right now. We really need to upgrade this place. You're lacking stone. Next turn, we would still be lacking stone, so we could probably do with buying some more in exchange for timber. Okay, let's do that. So, let's find someone who is redstone. Or Greystone would even do. Let's arrange by happiness. There was a Greystone there who had like 600. There's a redstone. You don't absolutely hate me, so let's see if we can do a deal. I would like to buy single barter stone. And I will sell you wood, which you're neutral on. Perfect. We'll sell you like 1,000. How much stone would you give me in exchange? A lot. 844. That is actually entirely reasonable. 800 stone for 750 wood. Done. Fantastic. Okay. Now I can upgrade the food production in Colony. 160 to 240, and then once that's done I can upgrade the food production from the grain pit as well. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We have about 2 turns of food right now. We're about to arrive in Thassos, which is a gold mine. But we should be able to do some wheeling and dealing to get some more food, especially as we have wood to sell. So, onwards! Defensive alliance in exchange for stone with Mophos. I mean, I am willing to spend a lot on alliances, so I will agree to this. Paris has become a sailor. We gain more, even more campaign movement at sea. Okay.
Grace and style.
Again, it's more down to what you can reach. You can actually reach the shores of this island. Perfect.
Divine judge.
We do take attrition, being this far out. But not a huge amount we can do about this. And then Thassos we are going to declare war on. Not going to call the allies. Actually, yes, I am going to call the allies. And the reason for this is every time I help Hector in a mutual alliance, in a mutual war, we get points. Man, it kind of sucks to fight the Trojans. They all gang together against you. Yeesh. Oh, you can't land. Damn. Well, he can. And so long as you're reinforcing good old Paris, next turn, we're golden. Okay.
Teach them a lesson.
Thassos, so we're getting a bonus from Apollo. Range and reload skill of our archers. He's reinforcing, which is going to make him happy. This should be a very easy battle, so I'm going to go ahead and just... We could also do a 50% chance of a positive bonus. I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve this, because this should be all really one-sided. And also, this is something I haven't tried, so I don't know how this works. Decisive victory. We lost 36 men. Nice. Occupy.
Fame at last.
Okay, so you should have gained some positive motivation for this. You have. More morale for the hero. Influence over this province increases. And you just have a bunch of traits. You're currently still happy. Okay.
And skill. Prince.
So next turn we'll launch an attack on Ansara. We can probably do it via the port. As long as that's fine. Yeah. We're good. And then we've got the riverbed sifters, which are going to reduce the growth in this province quite substantially, but increase the amount of gold we get. And we have a gold pit. And there is a deposit here. Now, how much is in the deposit? 2,700 in the deposit here. So basically, that tells you how much gold you can get. Gold is a finite resource, which will go down over time. There are some deposits which are absolutely massive, and some of them which are a lot smaller. I don't know, because I've not had that experience yet, how big a deposit this is. So, we shall see.
For love.
Rameses III, divine ruler of distant Egypt, sends his regards as a powerful ruler to another, and sends a priceless statue as a gesture of goodwill. What should you do with such a gift? So we can keep it, which would give us happiness and influence for 4 turns. Trade it for stone, bronze or gold. 250, 600 or 500. I think I'm going to trade it for 600. Bronze. The Lycrians would see peace and goodwill flourish between our peoples. Lord Sarpedon wishes to offer you a gift of precious resources as a token of his friendship. He promises more will soon be forthcoming should you maintain favourable trade relations with Lycia. So white granite grants us ancillaries, more cost reduction, relics, influence, favour to gods from rituals, or iron. Melee attack for all units on recruitment faction-wide, melee defense, but only for 4 turns. I don't intend to do any recruitment in that time, otherwise that iron would be really good. I think I'm going to go for the granite, because we are doing a lot of building. White granite ring, +4 motivation. Which we can give to you. And then you will have quite a lot more motivation. Alright, let's go and attack this. 50% chance. That's a lot of militia warbands. And your main army, or the settlement garrison, you've got Phrygian axemen. You've got shielded spear warriors. Phrygian warriors, which are 2-handed axes. And then renowned archers. Renowned Trojan slingers. Interesting. Okay, let's do this. Big fight! Ooh, loads of choke points too. I do definitely have range superiority here. They probably outnumber us, but we have the range. And we do have our reinforcement militia dude coming in, who is a vanquisher. Rain. Take longer to recover from fatigue. I don't have the fatigue reduction bonuses. Come on, dry. Solid 3 days of rain. Fantastic. Alright then. Sounds like England. So we have to fight our way through this one choke point. There's some serious smashing to be done. Oh, unless this is a river crossing. This looks like a river crossing. Which has another opening right here. Oh, and here. Okay, this is not quite as bad as I thought. Alright, so at the front, we're actually going to put the archers so they can do the most damage. Then behind them we'll put the spearmen.
Spears.
In narrow formation.
Battle hardened.
With axemen on either side. In fact, this should probably be breached by axemen. And then we'll put the heavy axes behind them. If we can use our archers to kill their archers, then we can send these guys in first. Then we'll have the harpies coming in through the rear entrance back here. And we'll give you... In fact, we're just going to use harpies on that side. And then we'll have just our light infantry over here. And then you are going to be with these guys in the front because you are an archer. Okay, begin. So we are ready now for the main offensive. So what I am going to do is I'm going to send the archers forwards first to about here. What I'd ultimately like them to do is take out the slingers and Bucolian. I'm also going to tell my spearmen to switch their shields out, because there shouldn't be anyone that can actually shoot me up there, because my archers should be able to decimate them. It doesn't look like they've got any archers supporting this flank. Then their actual best archers are over here. The renowned slingers are back there too, plus they have the renowned archers. So the harpies might be able to grind their way through there, but not without support. This is definitely going to be where the main offense comes. Attack 38, 25, 36. The shielded spear warriors are actually the strongest.
Clear enough.
Militia warband, militia warband, 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 warband. It's not until the slingers back there come into play. So I think what I'm going to do is basically just go click and tell you lot to just begin the offense. Begin the offensive. And you lot click. Just sheer weight of numbers. Now they might try to bring some of the archers to reinforce this, which is why I'm keeping my harpies hidden. I want them to think there's nobody there on that front.
Indeed, sir.
We could begin shooting at him. He is a Ravager. He's shielded, though. I'd rather save the ammunition for when everything is clumped together, because we have that ability which is less friendly fire. And this would be a pretty good time to make use of that. Although I have a feeling that these guys are going to come under the most attack.
Axes! For the Achaeans! At once! It shall be! Destroy the foe! Acknowledged! We obey!
Try to snipe him, actually. Okay, so some of their slingers are in range of this, which suggests that I need to bring these guys closer in than I was kind of expecting to. Oh, they're just giving us the crossing. That's very nice of them.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Wait, what? No, they haven't. It's fine.
Paris! For Troy! Ranged troops! Hold it!
Okay, they're starting to pull units away from this flank, which is going to allow the harpies to come in behind, which is great. Ah, You are in range of them.
Knocked and ready.
Need to keep pushing them back so I can get my archers in.
At your command.
So I really want to be able in a position to take out the slingers.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Withdraw.
I'm just not in range. Thought we had better range than this, but we don't. Ah, now we do.
Ready.
Okay, we're shooting at them.
Far shooter.
Okay, they've left this unguarded. So let's start them crossing. Can you hit him? No, you're out of range. So those slingers are going to melt. They're not going to be able to resist very much. These archers, unfortunately, are going to get a lot of kills in. Not a huge amount we can do about that.
Power sings through me. Be their deaths. For Troy.
Yeah, those slingers are as good as dead. Okay, they're running.
We
Let's start shooting at the back of this line.
drive on through.
So this guy keeps on buffing, which is annoying. You lot are too close, aren't you? Back off.
Fully armed. Bring death. Remorseless.
Yeah, that was a charge buff. Didn't realise it was AoE.
Are rallying.
So it goes.
Remorse.
Okay, arrows are starting to appear. I just want to break this and then our main front line can smash through. There we go, now we're shooting. Oh, no, you lot aren't.
Shooters.
Let's spread you out a little bit more. So I bet that's the problem.
Light of Aphrodite. Power sings through me. We need to move out of bow range. We obey. Understood.
Alright, let's just annihilate their units as they come in close. Harpies. Alright, shield spill warriors. Your shields aren't actually that good. 55% resist. Harpy javelin should be more than capable. You
The
killed
foe
them already?
has sighted your hidden units.
Alright, now you not need to run.
Your brave warriors have cut down the enemy hero. Follow
There we
up
go.
with this
That's
bold
what I like to
stroke
hear.
And destroy their now leaderless army.
Okay, so the main army is smashing through. Shield spear warriors coming in. I want you to skirmish.
Harpies! Our javelin sting!
Okay.
Awaiting orders. Understood. Spears! Honor and duty. Very well. As commanded. On the march. Get nuts.
Your warriors are losing heart.
March on.
Spread out a little bit.
Got them. Willing and
Keep pressing in, guys. Keep pressing in. Shoot that guy.
all right. Yes. Spears. We shall.
Okay, my archers are going to destroy that guy.
Your warriors have been routed.
Buff yourself. Alright, archers, shoot the axemen. These guys are actually a bit tougher now, so we do need to be a little bit concerned about that. Meanwhile, the harpies are smashing their way
Harpies!
through those spear warriors, and I'll allow it. Okay, those archers. Nothing I can really do about that.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Knocked and ready. Spears. God, move out.
Oh no, just keep punching through here actually. More damage that we can do to the centre, the more likely we can punch around the side. I was expecting this to just be one massive melee which never really ended, and that's exactly what's happening.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Militia are going to be running in, running away, running in, running away. That's all expected. Oops, no, not you. You keep killing there. Paris, you're the one I wanted. I want you to snipe their general.
Is close enough to taste.
So be it.
Let's bring in the nobles a little bit closer.
Head off! Onward!
Because then we can shoot
Reinforcements
reinforcements as they come in.
Harpies.
Yeah, Harpies smash their way through those spearmen. Man, Harpies really are strong. Madness.
Your warriors are rallying.
Go after them.
Paris!
Paris, can you? Yeah. Reload time reduction.
Harpies.
You're not getting close. One of you stay and shoot. The other one getting close. I don't want you being standing close together and getting shot. Unfortunately, archers are like the one weakness that they're going to have.
Making it happen!
Okay, Axeman's starting to run. Did we kill their general? I think we did. Yeah, we must have.
Bring havoc! Fully armed!
It shall be.
By Ares, your warriors are rallying.
Good.
Without question. As ordered. Paris!
They've shattered. They're not coming back. Oh, I'm seeing a target. Them.
Attack! Axes! I can.
How are the Harpies doing? We have shattered
Very well.
their archers. That's good.
Harpies.
And there we go, there's the victory. Whew! That was fun, I enjoyed that battle. Close victory. I'll take it. We lost 600, they lost 1,000. Awesome. Man, these nobles are so good. They each killed at least 100 except for that one unit, which was only 4 short. Paris is getting quite good. The spearmen did really nicely. The militia, underwhelming, but we kind of expected that. New boss man killed 60. They're about the same. Yeah, the ones who carried that were the nobles and the Harpies probably. Where's the Harpies here? 129, 144. Completely unsupported. I really like those Harpies. The fact that they have javelins and they're also decent in close combat just means that they work the way I want skirmishers to work. Kind of similar to the light spear runners, actually. Militarist, Carpathia. +5 morale to own units when embedded. Nice. Polydorius has become a sapper. Better at sieging. Enemy killed. And your motivation's level 5. I guess 5 is the highest. So giving him that ring basically maxes him out. Pretty much. Yeah, 5 must be the highest. Okay, awesome. So we've taken Antisara, and that's putting us in a really good position to go after Asme and Galapagos. And Galapagos is an administrative capital and stone capital. Where's the freaking food? That's what I'm after. Alright, so we should be able to replenish relatively quickly. I might also send Helen out here. I think that's probably a good idea. But that is unfortunately gonna have to be the end of my showcase here. We made it to turn 21 out of the 40, which was the maximum, so we're roughly halfway through this campaign. 40 turn limit is not a usual limit, that's just on the build that we're playing with right now. It was basically 90 minutes or up to 40 turns, depending on how you wanted to balance your time. And this is just as much time as I was able to spare for this, because wow, I'm busy this weekend. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that subscribe button to get notifications when the next videos go live. I'm very much hoping to showcase more Troy in the future. Unfortunately, that is just the end of the time we were given with this version. If you're really enjoying this, then please do consider heading over to Twitch, which you can find at twitch.tv/MordredViking. That is where I am most active. Most of the work I do here on YouTube, except for this, is archives from Twitch. So Twitch really is the best place. I do also have a Patreon if you want to support the channel and everything that I do here. You can find that at patreon.com/MordredViking. And then finally, there is a Discord, which you are more than welcome to come and join us. You can find a link to that in the description below. If you have any questions about my time with Troy, if you want me to clarify anything like that, then please do feel free to ask in the comments below, or you can of course ask over on the Discord. I am very active in both. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you very much to Creative Assembly for allowing me this early access. Now that we're finally getting to see the strategic layer of the game, I really like the 4 strategic resources. It definitely adds a new layer of strategy, which Total War kind of needed. Sometimes it was just like, I'm expanding for the sake of expanding. Now I'm expanding because I need these resources, and that adds actually an awful lot. Very happy with that, and overall, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I'm actually more optimistic about how Troy is looking. I really like the strategic layer. The developers did say that they've spent a lot of time making the strategic layer really, really good, and I agree, they have. Yeah, looking forward to more. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.